What's up, guys? This is Cameron with Pack Rats MTG. I've got my boy Patrick here joining us, and today we're going to talk about the fourfold foundation of an effective commander collection. Before we jump into the video, make sure you go down below, give us a subscribe, leave a comment, turn the bell on. We want to know what you guys have to say to us about our content, and of course, we want to make sure that you guys keep getting our content. So let's dive in.
Number one, we're calling this stuff that lets you play stuff. What does this mean? Lands. You need lands. You need lots of lands. You need all kinds of lands. Why do you need lands? Well, you need lands for mana production and for specific abilities that are synergistic to your deck's strategy.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Whatever deck or decks you choose to build. And so when it's, comes to mana production, especially in Commander, where, it's not uncommon to see 4 and 5 color commander decks. I mean, they're very they're ubiquitous in the commander scene, and so you need to have lands that allow you to play all of the kooky spells that you want to play for whatever kind of far out strategy that you want to make. And so these would be generally things like vivid lands, tri lands, dual lands, fetch lands, these sorts of things. Any other things to add in terms of mana production, Cam, before we start talking about cool abilities that lands can give you?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. You need to cover your bases. You need to make sure that you can play the things that you want to play. And for that reason, Patrick and I have an unwritten rule that we just do not sell lands. That is the sacred card type, guys. And we highly recommend that you put yourself in the same scenario.
Right. So now, lands don't only make mana, but they can do really, really important things that affect the path of the game. And some of these are more bookkeeping, like providing you subtle modes of card advantage, like bounce lands. Your collection should have every bounce land. They're invaluable in Commander. So get yourself some bounce lands, but also some great things about lands are they can be nice temporary creatures that let you, you can have your land turn into a blocker or make blockers, or you can have land produce you a token or turn into a creature that you can equip to get in some nice damage each turn that's kind of wrath proof. And so, man land type things like Raging Ravine and Treetop Village are very, very conclave. Those sorts of things, those are very valuable. As well as, token producers like Vitugazi type lands. So have some lands, again, that provide you card advantage and that provide you defensive and offensive mechanisms as well. Anything more to say about those types of lands, Cam?
Oh, I think you covered it well.
Cool. What's next?
Number 2, guys, is we're calling this category Gods Among Men. So in your collection, you need to prioritize the Gods Among Men. And in Magic, that's Planeswalkers and that's legendary creatures. If you're going to be playing Commander as a format, especially with a play group, you need to make sure that you have a good pool of legendary creatures that you can draw from to play all of those wonky strategies that we like to play in formats like Commander, where there's a lot more possibility to get off cool combos or play heavier handed spells or big fatty creatures, and you need to have the commander to be able to set that up. So legendary creatures are the first side of this rule, and the other side of Gods Among Men is the Planeswalkers. And of course, not everybody likes Planeswalkers as a card type, Patrick being one of them, and I'm really on the fence about them. I don't know that we like them for the health of the game of Magic, but the fact is they are a part of this game now and have been for years and years. And in your collection, you want to get a hold of as many singleton copies of these Planeswalkers as you can, because the fact is, on a general rule, Planeswalkers are among the most powerful card types in their own right without needing support from other spells.
Shake and bake.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
Patrick, do you have anything more to say about this category?
No, except for with very little exception, no legendary creature is too bad to have a place in a Commander collection. I mean, whoever thought Nicol Bolas could actually be really, really good, right? So it's like you never know when something will just work really well. And so keep your legendary creatures. You don't have to keep 20 copies of something, but keep a singleton of every legendary creature you can get your hands on for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that brings us to number 3, and this is what we're calling stock up on toilet paper. What do we mean by this? The basics, the bread and butter, the staples, you might say, of Commander that it's not bad to have 60 copies of, right? I mean, if you don't want to find yourself in a space where you're deck building, you've got this great idea and you're putting it all on paper, and now it comes to putting the Elmer's glue on it, and so you reach for your mana rocks like, oh, I don't have a Mind Stone, I don't have an Arcane Signet, I don't have a Burnished Heart, I don't have a Coiling Oracle, I don't have a Wood Elves or something like that. These things, just get yourself a dozen copies, right? If you can swing it, just get your stock up on these really cheap cards that go in pretty much every Commander deck. What do you think about that, Cam? Can you think of any others that I didn't name off the top of your head?
Yeah, I mean, not, as much as some people may not like it, Soul Ring is also a part of Commander. You want to be stocking up on Soul Rings. You want to have stuff like Command Towers. And, the toilet paper
Commander
that we're referring to, Commander Sphere is another excellent one. Depending on, of course, the level of value your playgroup plays at, it may be stuff like Tran Dynamo. It may be some of the more expensive mana rocks, things like the Assault Monolith, Grim Monolith, certainly if you guys are playing way high-ended. But the point is, you can never have enough of these things around because there's always a new idea. And like Patrick said, if you go and you've got this whole idea planned out, you've got your excellent commander, you've got your spells to stack into it, the combo pieces you want to play, and you reach over and your Arcane Signet isn't there, or your signets, your Ravnica signets aren't there for your color scheme. That is the worst, most demoralizing feeling ever. And then you've got to wait for 5 days for shipping to bring it to your front door.
Here's the mail, it never fails.
So even on top of that, on the stock up on toilet paper point, I just wanted to throw this out there. Patrick and I have now made it a habit to start buying all of the Commander decks every year as they come out. And the reason why is because they all tend to be so filled with these staples and the fodder that really each card is really only worth a couple bucks. But having them around is the key point here, to be able to reach for them at any point. Anything else on that topic, Boo?
Nope. Wrap us up.
So guys, point number 4 is don't be afraid to play favorites. So many times we see a lot of people trying to be collectivist with their collection, and they're trying to make sure that they have a well-rounded collection, equal valued red as they do black, as they do white, because yes, there's lots of cool cards and a lot of cool options in a lot of these colors and color combinations, but the fact is we all have a natural bent towards things that we like to play, especially as you become a more seasoned Magic player and you refine the strategy styles that you enjoy running, the combo types that you like playing, the card types that you like playing. Don't be afraid to stock up more heavily on these. Your Magic collection, for the sake of playing, should not be the same as your Magic collection for the sake of investing financially. Which means it doesn't have to be diversified. It needs to fit your play style. It needs to fit the functions of your play group's rule sets, and don't be pressured to get outside of any of that. If you love playing green and that's all you ever want to play, then there's no reason for you to have any other cards. That's okay. Just make sure that you don't limit yourself either. So if you find yourself looking at another color and you find it interesting, pick up a few cards in that color along the way so that you have them available to you ready to start building in those colors.
Yep.
Any other thoughts on that, Patrick?
Perfect. Nope, that was phenomenal.
Excellent wrap.
Awesome, guys. Well, again, we are Pack Rats MTG. We've just discussed the fourfold foundation of an effective Commander collection. Again, if you enjoyed this or any of our other videos, go ahead and smash the subscribe button, leave us a comment, and we will see you next time.